Deal, y'all. Rich Trapper tapping in. TNN Trap News Network here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. It's that good knowledge though you ain't finna get. Nobody's college though, big dog. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit the get subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that news you can use. It's that knowledge you ain't finna get. Nobody's college, big dog. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit the get subscribe button. Notification bell, hit all for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. You feel me? You feel me? Let's get into this good content. But before we do, man, make sure you get into this new opportunity we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. We are looking for 3 live Trap News Network correspondents. Man, if you want to be a part of this Trap News Network family, please hit me up on Instagram, TRAPNEWSNETWORX, Trap News Network. Hit me up, and we'll get you a chance to become a part of this Trap News Network family, man. We are looking for live Trap News Network correspondents. We're looking for 3 people to help us bring us news we can use and some knowledge we ain't finna get nobody's college, big dog. So tap in with that, tap in. If you ain't tapped in with that, tap in. You feel me? Notification bell here on. Stay tapped in for the latest and the greatest of all that. You dig me? We finna get into this content, man. Big shout out to Young and Hefe. Don't care about nothing but what the checks say. Make sure you show bro some love. Hit him with a like, hit him with a comment, hit him with subscribe, everything he got going on. Show his page some love. I just did. You feel me? Show some love to Young and Hefe. This the ish I'm talking about. Bricc Baby, Luce Cannon tried to get me to snitch on Big U. Wack tells more lies. Now Bricc Baby and Luce tried to get you to snitch on Big U. Nigga, you snitched on Big U yourself. Let's get into this content though.
The first 5 minutes talking about the fact that Lil Durk, we can get into this more. Lil Durk basically he had his bail revoked.
Yes.
Or they didn't give him a bail.
Freeway call.
Because of the fact that he got on stream with academics on a 3-way call.
He didn't know.
With Luce Cannon, which, to be fair, seems kind of innocent. A lot of people wouldn't know that that's something that's real strict you're not supposed to do.
That's not why Lil Durk didn't get that. They pushed the narrative, and it's a fun narrative to push, but that's not the actual narrative. The truth is, Lil Durk, they wanted to use a song against him, but the prosecutor messed up and didn't realize that the song was something that was created by a fan, not by Lil Durk. And I don't know why Adam is dressed like bro off Blue's Clues. We just got a letter. Face looking A double. You feel me? We finna go ahead and slide up over there though. Anyway, Lil Durk didn't get a bond because they wanted to use some evidence against him, and the state ended up making themselves look stupid and realizing that they're not able to use it. They aren't able to use it because it was fan generated. It wasn't Lil Durk, so the lyrics no longer held up in court. So to be petty, they said, okay, well, we can't hold him for that. We can hold him for this. Oh, he got these 3-way calls. He was using somebody else's phone time. That's really that, you know what I'm saying? But nobody cares about academics. That's not the reason. Niggas care about him being able to get back into these streets without no problem.
I sent you the content. Durk had no idea.
Yeah.
Listen, what Luce did was tell the world, hey, I'm finna get Durk on, come on this. Hey, act. I'm gonna get Durk on Durk. So act like, okay, cool. Whole time, Durk don't know. He's oblivious to it. He get on the phone, he say, hey, Durk, act wanna talk to you.
Right.
Durk here, act. It's act.
Got a relationship.
He think it's just a call.
Right.
He ain't knowing that this fool been promoting academics is gonna interview Durk on my YouTube channel.
That is true. We all knew about this before it happened.
He playing the game.
He was
so when Durk gets on the phone, he thinking he just talking to Ack on the call. He ain't knowing it's live being recorded. Dude, girl is sitting there faking like she's the interviewer. In the middle of him talking to Ack, she says, so let me ask you a question.
Yeah, Sharice did definitely ruin that whole situation for sure. She made that situation terrible.
Are you closer to your family now that you're in jail?
Weak ass question.
Durk is like, but see, she had to say something to make it look like this what it was.
It's the interview.
So Durk the whole time is thinking he just talking to Ack on the call. By the time he realizes that, think about it, Durk could have called anybody, got a crazy bag, anybody if he wanted to talk to anybody, including Ack. He not finna wait to call a dude. He like, yo, Ack on the phone, he asking for you. So you like, well, fuck it, it's Ack.
Okay, well, that was the first couple minutes of my conversation with Bricc Baby, and, we also handled the conversation about, like, I had a clip where I said that ever since I sent Bricc money, I ain't heard from him or his girl, and he just made it clear that there's been a lot of shit going on in the prison that he's in or the jail that he's in or whatever, and he didn't have a chance to call or whatever. It was all good, but then he hit me with a whopper.
What?
He told me that Luce Cannon, I mentioned to him, I go, Wack's got a whole thing coming that he's been kind of slowly letting out.
Wack is trying to jump ahead of this paperwork that's finna come out and show Wack as the confidential source and the snitch in this big U Rico. That's what Wack is hiding from. That's what Wack is running from. Wack is about to be exposed. I promise y'all, bro. I keep saying it's gonna be a hot summer. A lot of your favorite YouTubers is finna have a horrible summer because a lot of their truths is finna come out.
Where he's basically like revealing all this information he has that suggests that Luce Cannon is a snitch. Bricc said, man, you're telling me that motherfucker was trying to get me to tell just the other day, like before they moved into a separate section or whatever. He said that actually that's what they got into because he said that Luce Cannon was basically encouraging him to start working the way that he's been working. Now, people out there watching this.
I told you.
Man, Wack keeps saying, I told you. We waiting for that paperwork to come out so we can see that your name is on it. I told you. Wack is trying to jump ahead of this and take all eyes off of the fact that he is in this paperwork. Wack is a snitch.
There are different sides to Bricc Baby. There's the trolling side of Bricc Baby. There's the fucking around, lying ass Bricc Baby for content, whatever.
Nigga be lying.
This was me and him, nobody listening to him besides his girl, having a conversation. We only had a couple minutes to get the conversation in, and he was being 100% serious. So if he is lying, I can't detect it as somebody who knows him very, very well. I don't think he was lying. Did not seem like a lie at all.
Young Ant, what you got to say about that, man? Hey, it must be not get a haircut month over here in these YouTube streets, man. We all looking scruffy, roughy, dusty. It's all good, though. Haircuts is hard. Don't worry about it.
All right, so y'all already know I covered that content yesterday as far as Durk is concerned. So that is truth to that. It is true that what Luce Cannon did, as far as putting Durk on that phone, Lil Durk knew nothing about no interview. He wasn't no interview. Y'all heard DJ Academic tell y'all that when he first got on the phone with Durk, he was kind of confused why Durk said, man, they told you I ain't want to talk to you, right? You know what I'm saying? But here he is on the phone. So DJ Academic really was like, confused as well as, Durk was probably confused. Like, man, I already said I didn't want to talk, but being that just you that keep on asking and you want to holler, I'm going to hop on this phone. So I'm not going to say that's the prime reason why that man didn't get his bail. Regardless of that three-way calling that they placed and talked about, and Durk bond hearing that sneaky-ass Luce Cannon did by putting this man on his phone.
Now, I ain't going to say that Luce Cannon is the reason, but it for sure didn't help. It for sure did not help the situation.
Unbeknownst to him that the world was listening in and that he was on a DJ Academic interview by way of his wife as well. Durk got some high profile charges. Let's be real. It is what it is. Regardless if Luce Cannon did the Buster shit and getting some content out of him, I'm pretty sure the bail probably was gonna be denied. Let's just keep it real.
Thanks.
But this is one of the elements that they placing in here. That Luce Cannon.
Here go the thing, though. Just because the weight of the world already on you don't mean somebody need to put another planet on your shoulders. I already got 100 things weighing me down. You ain't got to be 101.
Game is part of the package in which they serve and why he shouldn't get bail. Because things he's doing in jail as if he ain't learned his lesson. Second, to what Adam said. So now, back to Bricc Baby. Do I think Bricc Baby lying because him and Luce Cannon beefing? I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know Bricc Baby like that. I had little interactions with Bricc Baby, but Adam know Bricc Baby wetter than me. So Adam said, you got the lying Bricc Baby, you got the trolling Bricc Baby for content. He said this was the Bricc Baby, the truth bearer. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't detect no lie. He said the real reason why him and Luce Cannon is into it.
Now, I can see that because, again, what doesn't make sense is Luce Cannon's lawyer puts out this press release. Oh, my client has not cooperated with anybody and blah, 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 and all this and all this and all that, blah, blah. Like, nigga, what? Like, what lawyer puts that out? Like, that's another thing that really didn't make no sense to me. What kind of lawyer puts that out? What kind of lawyer, like, what? Like, I mean, not to say your lawyer wouldn't at your request. Your lawyer gonna do whatever you tell him to do for the most part. You know what I'm saying? But just, A lot of this flammery is skullduggery, and it's a lot of larceny.
Because Luce Cannon trying to get Bricc Baby to roll how he roll, and Bricc Baby saying that Luce Cannon is doing some police shit, doing some hot shit. Now the thing is, it's not no verbal abuse when you know somebody's doing police or you detect police shit from a homie, a foe, an associate, an ally, whoever. Once you detect that police shit, it's terminate on sight. Bricc Baby should have been getting off on him and being in the hole. It ain't no point of you taking the back seat like, oh, this how the game go. Niggas gonna do this regardless if I'm here or not. You know what I'm saying? There's snitches everywhere, you know. I gotta be here for my family, you know what I'm saying? I can't let my people, you know what I'm saying? You know, try to, you know, in a lot of these situations, and I ain't just saying Bricc Baby, in a lot of these situations, people come up with all the excuses. It's like, why even set this out there? I just would have been it was better for Bricc Baby to keep silence on that subject matter and not even say nothing. And saying this is the real reason why we got into it, because he was on some police stuff and trying to get me to get on some police stuff. You can't even come to me and ask me how to be a police or implement. Hey, bro, look, you know I'm doing it. I'm getting right off. How do you come ask somebody how to be a police? Definitely when you say you sticking to the G code and you still on this street element and abiding by the street. So that's all I'm saying. And for real, this time we got some problem. You know, he have done a lot of police stuff.
Okay, so that's that. Yeah, Luce Cannon has done an extreme amount of police stuff. So again, we're all expecting Luce Cannon to not last too long in this situation. But y'all know the deal though. It's red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest, and it's free. Avenue Angel until he's free. We are